Today is Monday. It's November 17th, 2014, and this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. Hello there, I'm Wayne Alley.
Good morning, I'm Kim Best. Welcome to a new week. Glad to have you joining us today.
Oh boy, what a great day it is as well. You know, last week we had so many of the Veterans Day events and affairs going on all last week.
Great parade.
Fantastic parade last Tuesday. We had, of course, the Veterans State Cemetery groundbreaking on Monday, right. And that showed on our program here Friday. It's just we love the veterans.
We always want to take the opportunity to continue to let them know how much we appreciate what they've done, their time, their efforts, all their service.
Yes, indeed. And you're going to continue seeing some of the Veterans Day, Veterans events rather, that took place over the last week or so.
That's exactly right.
You'll continue seeing things like that. Well, let's see now what is today. Today is the 17th.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much.
One of my favorite, oh, you're quite welcome. One of my favorite days because today is Homemade Bread Day. Woo!
All right. Homemade bread.
It's also National Unfriend Day.
Uh-oh.
I promise you, if you unfriend someone, you probably won't get any homemade bread.
I'm guessing you probably will not.
Probably not. Today is also Petroleum Day.
Okay.
It's a gas. All right.
Oh,
okay. I know, isn't that terrible? All right. So what you got there?
Let's see. We want to remind everybody that at the Arts Council, Sarah Merritt's talked about it quite a bit, and you and I have mentioned it, but they are having a special annual event. It's called Charlie Brown Thanksgiving Party. And if you're looking to get in the holiday and Thanksgiving spirit, look no further, Sarah Merritt says, from the Arts Council. They're hosting a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving Saturday, November the 22nd. It'll be from 10 to 12 at the Arts Council, which is at 102 North James Street. Children are going to enjoy
John Street.
John?
Yeah.
102 North John Street. I can't read either. I have my glasses not on, as you can see.
That's okay.
Let's see. What are they going to do? They're going to make holiday crafts that they're going to take home, of course.
Yeah.
They're going to feast on the same thing that they did on the Charlie Brown television show on their Thanksgiving special, which is buttered toast and jelly beans, pretzels, and popcorn.
Yes.
That's what the Charlie Brown and the gang did, so that's what our kids will do.
All right.
That's right. They're going to do all of that while having the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving show being played in the background, while they're eating all this and while they're making their crafts. It's a great way to spend a Saturday morning before Thanksgiving.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
It's ages 4 to 12. Cost is $10 per child. That includes the supplies. For more information or to register for the party, you can call them at 919-736-3300. Space is limited, so call today, or you can visit their website, which is artsinwayne.org.
Artsinwayne.org.
That's right.
736-3300 is that number, by the way,
That's
if you
exactly
needed that.
Right.
919-736-3300, artsinwayne.org. All right, coming up at the Peggy M. Seeger Senior Center on East Ash Street in Goldsboro, NC USA Earth. We have a holiday open house. It takes place on December 3. From 2 until 5 p.m., offering refreshments, entertainment, door prizes. The public is welcome to attend, all ages welcome to attend. That's coming up 2 p.m., December 3rd. Mark that on your calendar, please.
We want to remind everyone, of course, to mark their calendars for our annual Downtown Christmas Parade. It's the first Saturday in December at 4 o'clock in the afternoon right here downtown Goldsboro. Even though the construction is going on downtown, we'll still have the parade here. We'll change the route just a tiny bit and still have our parade, and we want you to mark your calendars to come out and join us. And then, of course, the Tuesday before that, November the 20-something. 5th, maybe?
Sure, why not?
We'll look at the calendar and see.
It's okay.
That's when we're going to have, the 25th, the Tuesday, lights up downtown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so lots of events happening.
We'll
flip the switch.
Flip the flitch. Or something like that.
Water tower lights come on, the magnolia tree in the middle of the circle on Ash Street come on, and all the lights downtown.
You need to take a map course there.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. All right, the year was 1558. Yes, I remember it well. Elizabeth the Once became Queen of England. She did upon the death of Queen Mary this day. Good Queen Bess ruled Great Britain and Northern Ireland from 1558 to 1603, and during her reign, England became a world power during that time. Very good. The U.S. Post Office issuing a 1-cent carrier stamp. 1 cent stamp.
My goodness.
1851, this very day, to make it easier to pay fees for delivering and collecting letters. And this day, 1869, was the year. Over the years, a lot of squabbling has gone on over a 100-mile ditch called the Suez Canal. Formally opened this day, 1869, connecting the Mediterranean and the Red Seas, eliminating a 4,000-mile trip around Africa, and it was only it made sense to do it.
Right.
Anyway,
Wow.
1869, Suez Canal opened.
Woo, lots of things happened this year.
Oh yeah, yes. All right, you ready?
All right, we're ready. Let's go to our interviews, Wayne.
Several guests in the studio, as you can see today. We have Mr. Rick Sutton. Haven't seen you in quite a while there.
Has
Rick,
been a while. Fine, good to see you today.
Sergeant Paige Leonard.
Good morning.
And we have our clerk of court, Pam MINSHEW, with us. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
It's an honor to have you with us.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Great. Okay, we're here. We want to talk about Crime Stoppers. Now, what do you do with Crime Stoppers? I know you were the coordinator at one time. What are you doing now?
Well, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yeah, okay. I understand.
Actually, technically, I'm the executive director for Crime Stoppers, which means I have a lot of bosses. Pam MINSHEW being one of them. Here. We have a board of 18 members, and they're all my bosses. So.
I understand. Well,
We're bad.
get him. Of course, Sergeant Paige Leonard, the current coordinator for Crime Stoppers. Thank you for being here
Thank
today.
you.
Things going well?
Yes, sir, thank
Great.
you.
And Pam MINSHEW, you are a board member.
Yes, sir.
And as Rick mentioned, there are 18 board members.
That's correct.
Now, what do board members do for the Crime Stoppers? What is your responsibility?
We have we have one big fundraiser a year. We send out, we have a reverse drawing, and I co-chair that. And then we have a letter campaign, and we also have our silver and gold slammers. Rick can probably tell you more about that.
Oh, yeah.
But that's basically what we do. We try to raise money so we can keep Crime Stoppers going because it's such a good program.
It is a great program. Now, Rick, you've been a part of Crime Stoppers for many, many years as coordinator. Did you take Ted McDonough's job?
I did.
And he was coordinator prior to you, and then you moved into that position. When was that?
That was early 1990s, I think. Crime Stoppers came in 1982, and Ted was the coordinator then. I started around 1992 or 1993 as coordinator.
Now, give us a little background on that. What is Crime Stoppers? What do you do, and why is it considered, especially here in Wayne County, it's a very successful program. How does that happen?
Well, Crime Stoppers is a program that is designed to give people an avenue or a way to call and give information they may know about criminal activity here in Wayne County, anything at all they may know. And maybe someone who's committed a crime, maybe where some stolen property is located or where some illegal drugs are located. And so people can call that number and remain anonymous the whole time. They never give their name or anything like that. In fact, Sergeant Leonard, who monitors that phone line, she doesn't ask any identifying information. Her phone line doesn't have a caller ID on it, so we don't know where the call is coming from. So they remain anonymous, and if their information leads to a felony arrest, then they'll get a cash reward for giving that information.
All right, now you're on the receiving end of these calls.
That's right.
Now, when someone calls with a tip, you have no idea who these people are.
That's right. It's blocked, so I can't see the name or the number.
Well, how does that work? How do you, if they give you information that leads to an arrest, how do you reward them?
Well, basically what happens is I take the information and funnel it out as far as whether it's a Mount Olive case or a Sheriff's Department's jurisdiction, or it could be Pikeville or Fremont or Goldsboro Police Department. So I'll funnel that information out to the appropriate law enforcement, let them work the tip, and if they make a felony arrest, then that makes them eligible for the cash reward. And what I tell the callers basically is, give me a call back. We'll set up a code name or a code number that they go by, and they'll call back and check in with me and see as far as whether or not an arrest has been made. And if an arrest has been made, then we kind of set up a meeting spot, and we meet them, and they are given a cash reward. They never have to sign anything, and they never have to show their ID.
Now, I understand you have some regulars, don't you? You have
I
people
do.
that are in that circle,
Right.
who are privy to information that they're quite successful at.
Right. Well, those are the people we need, because they're
That's
out
right.
there in a community. They're out there where the drugs are being sold. They're out there where the stolen properties, being taken to, and they're our eyes and ears anonymously. And fortunately, it's a good thing, because that's what we need in order to find out what's going on.
But you also want to hear from people who have never called before.
That's
You want to
right.
hear from these people who know something about, or maybe even have an idea that something. They don't have to have hard, fast evidence or information. They may have an inkling, an idea, a
Right.
suspicion.
A lot of times that's what we talk about. It might be their piece of the puzzle is what helps us finalize a case.
That's right.
And sometimes they think that we might already know it when we don't. So their information might be the final thing that leads to an arrest. So we want every bit of the information.
And the callers can receive rewards up to
$1,000.
$1,000.
That's right.
And that's one reason this program is so successful.
Absolutely.
And that's where you come in.
Oh, I do.
Yes, you do. Pam, you are co-chair of this year's one of the fundraisers, or is this the only fundraiser? It's one of them, I
Well,
guess.
it's one. We have about three
Three.
fundraisers
Yeah.
throughout the year. This is one of our
This
big
is the
ones.
big one, though.
Right.
It is the reverse drawing. When is the reverse drawing?
It was in October.
It was in
We've already
October.
had it.
Okay, you've already had it. I beg your pardon.
That's okay. We'll
Okay.
sell you a ticket next year.
There you go. And then I'll know when it is.
There
right?
you go.
Okay, but in October, so you raise money, and that's where the reward money comes in mainly. But you also have donations, do you not?
That's correct.
Do people donate to Crime Stoppers?
Absolutely. In fact, that's our only source of funding is from donations and contributions from the community.
Yeah.
So without that, we would not have a Crime Stoppers program.
And I must say, this is one of the most successful Crime Stoppers in the country. You're in a category by community size. Is that right? That's how they're categorized?
Right.
And of the communities that are equal to Goldsboro, Wayne County, this is one of the most successful programs in the entire country. You guys do such a great job.
Thank you.
Well, you do. You always have. How long have you been a board member?
I was on for, how many years did we stay on before we had to come off?
6.
I was on for 6, and then you have to go off for a year, and I came back on. So
Oh, wow.
I've been back
We're
on 2 years.
very fortunate to have her back on
Oh, I
with
know.
us. She does a great job.
Yes, I know she does.
I appreciate that.
Yes. So the other 18 members, are they all associated with the county, or are they associated with the clerk, with the courts, the clerk's office, or
No, they're all with the county.
They're all with the
There are
county.
different ones from all over the county. We try to get them from everywhere.
different walks of life, I presume? All
In
right.
different parts of the county, so
different
each
parts.
part's represented, so that helps a lot.
Well, that's
And
good.
I do want to say this, our sponsors that help us, we have a silent auction, and they're wonderful, and we really do appreciate everything they do. And it's so simple to sell the tickets to the reverse drawing because it's Crime Stoppers.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
people, when you tell them that, oh yeah, I like that, I'll
Well,
be glad to buy one.
You know, you're right about that. People understand what Crime Stoppers is, and they know the good work you're doing, and they want to support it.
They really do,
Yeah.
and they're great.
How many sponsors do you have?
Oh my goodness. We probably have.
That many?
For the reverse drawing?
Well, for anything.
Oh,
yeah, for
well,
the
how many
reverse
do you
drawing.
have
Well,
for
there's a lot. There's on our annual contributors list probably 90 or so that contribute throughout the year.
Really?
And then a lot more than that contribute through a letter campaign. We send out just we do a mass mailing once a year, and so we get a lot of contributions in from that. Just a lot of contributors throughout the county, and we're very grateful for each and every one of them.
That's wonderful. Sergeant Lerner, what would you consider to be, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, is there one case that comes to mind that that Crime Stoppers really nailed it for you? Information? I know there's so many.
Yeah, we have, just since I've taken over this spot, we've had several very successful cases. I don't, it's kind of hard to single them out. We've had a couple that I feel like have been really positive for the community because it's 2 murder cases I'm thinking in particular. You know, I've had in 2 different occasions where a caller has called on a murder suspect that has active warrants. One involved a murder of 2 people, and they were able to tell me exactly where that suspect was in a hotel in another county, and that happened to be in Wilson, and because of the good working relationship with Wilson, we were able to get the SWAT teams out there, and we were able to recover that suspect and get him arrested without anybody getting injured, which is it's a big thing when you've got a good caller with very good information. And you know, Wilson does not want a murder suspect in their county, and neither do we. So that suspect is locked up with the help of Crime Stoppers. And we had another a homicide in an entirely separate case where another caller was able to tell us where that suspect was in another county, and that was you know, in a hotel. And we were able to kind of get the SWAT teams in that county gathered up, and that suspect arrested in a hotel without any injuries. And so it's kind of two really good scenarios. Of course, we've got a lot of good stories like that.
I know you do. You have a lot of those cases that are that would be very difficult to solve if not
Right.
for Crime Stoppers.
We've actually had cases where they called before we even knew of a break-in at some businesses.
Yes.
We've had a caller call not too long ago that told us that a break-in had already occurred and where the property was, and the sheriff's department didn't even know that the break-in had occurred yet, but it had just happened. So we were able to get to the break-in first and recover the property. And so that's another good success story for business.
The number's on the screen, 919-735-2255, or text 919-222-4230. Rick Sutton, thank you very much for being with
Always
us
a
today.
pleasure.
Thank you, sir. And Sergeant
Thank you.
Paige Lerner, thank you. And Clerk of the Court,
Thank you.
Pam Minshew, is on the board of Crime Stoppers. And we're very proud of our Crime Stoppers program in here.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Excellent.
May I just say a quick thank you
Yes.
to you personally, because you have been a very big supporter and helper to Crime Stoppers for many, many years. And we appreciate everything you have done and continue to do to help us.
Thank you very much, Rick.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Thank you.
Do you plan to spend your holidays in downtown Goldsboro at the Paramount Theater? Well, there's lots of opportunities. Joining me in the studio today is Sherry Archibald, Director of the Paramount, here to give us a rundown of what you can participate in at your local theater. Hey Sherry, glad to have you back.
Well, there is a lot going on at Christmas time.
Oh my goodness. You know, we talked not long ago about the month of November and all the different opportunities that people have to come into the theater and see something different every night, not just every weekend, but every night. And now the month of December, it is amazing.
It is
full
packed
of theater
every day, just about every day before Christmas. So we do have a lot of exciting things coming up. And the month of December is so fun because not only are there things every weekend, but we take that opportunity to coordinate a package, a Christmas package, holiday package with our renters. And we started this, it's been about 5 years ago, just working with our renters and being able to share in promotion and share in the package, so we are able to reduce the fee for our patrons who are coming to buy tickets, making it a lot more affordable to get all three and have something to do every weekend. And so it has really been a nice collaboration. So got that started.
That's amazing. And who is involved in that?
Sure. The first weekend, let's just kind of do the rundown because all three groups are involved in that. But the first weekend is Goldsboro Ballet presenting the Nutcracker.
Oh, what a nice tradition.
It is a nice tradition, and it has, I'm trying to think how many years. I think that they are in beyond their 30th year of Nutcracker.
Oh,
so,
wow.
But they've been around, obviously, for a long time. So that is our first weekend. The full weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday matinee.
Okay.
The second weekend is Christmas Carol, which has also become a tradition.
Yes, it has.
Center Stage Theater is presenting that, and they have started their tradition of that being an every year thing, and that's been going on, again, 5 years. And they have just, they might mix things up with the type of play or musical that it is, but it's the same theme, it's the same play. It's always Christmas Carol. And so it is a play again this year. And they will be having that the second full weekend.
Okay, the whole weekend? Okay.
Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday matinee. And then the third weekend is one of my favorites, Child of the Promise.
Oh, goodness, yes.
Which is a musical you're very familiar with.
Yes.
But it's a musical that's based on the birth of Christ, and it's out of the book of Isaiah. And it is just, the music is just amazing.
It is. The music is amazing. The
talent.
storyline and the talent we have in Goldsboro is through the roof.
Well, and what I love about that, too, is that was formed and kind of birthed out of a few individuals here in our community because they saw it in Virginia and loved it and just saw a vision for it to be here. But it wasn't put on by a particular church or a particular group, a particular choir. Instead, those few individuals reached out all over the community, and people who sing in our choirs in churches all over the county are participating in this. I mean,
I think that's what makes it so special,
I think
honestly,
you're right.
is that it's not just one church, it's not just one group, it is absolutely a collaboration of our entire community coming together, the best of the best, coming together to put this on. And we've seen it many times, you and I both, but every time I sit there and watch this performance of Child of the Promise,
it's moving.
It is extremely moving, and it just really, if nothing else can get you in the spirit of the holidays, this certainly can.
Absolutely.
Oh,
And
it's amazing.
It is the third weekend, and so those three groups have gotten together several years ago and said, we'll have a holiday package. And so if someone comes in and buys tickets tickets for all 3 shows, we'll reduce the cost. So it's only $35 for
For
someone
all
to
3.
buy a ticket for all 3 of those. You can choose, you might want Friday night the first weekend, Saturday night the second weekend, and Sunday matinee for the 3rd weekend, and mix it all up. And the beautiful thing is too, this isn't something that you want to have to do, but if you choose Friday night the first weekend and you find out, Wednesday before, I didn't realize I was going to have this going on with Christmas
Right,
holidays. Fortunately, because of our system, we're able to go in and change the date. Obviously, we can't do it after the fact.
Right.
But if you know in advance and you need to switch things up, because we're selling tickets for all 3 of those groups, it's a very easy and viable thing for us to do.
Absolutely, that's a nice
so
treat.
it just doesn't get much easier. And for $35, one of the
That would be a
beautiful
nice
things-
Christmas gift for someone.
Well, it would, a nice Christmas gift, and also, if you go ahead and get tickets and you realize, oh, I'm going to have to be out of town that weekend, that's a good time to give those
It
and,
sure
and
is.
share them with someone else. So,
well, a lot of times gifts people enjoy are the memories that you can make. Well, this is
Absolutely.
certainly a way that you can make a memory with a family member or loved one.
very good, you're
Oh,
right.
Nice.
So, and I'll have to mention, we've got all 3 of those weekends going, but I'll have to share with you the first weekend and the second weekend with Goldsboro Ballet and for the Nutcracker and Center Stage Theater's Christmas Carol. Both of those renters, those performing art groups, have school shows. So Friday, 2 Fridays in a row, we are going to be slammed with a total of about 6 performances for schools.
Oh my goodness.
So we will be packed with kids coming in and
Yes,
out
you
and
will.
in and out. Goldsboro Ballet does 4 synopsises of the Nutcracker. So they fill the house for all of those shows with kids, not only from Wayne County, they go outside to Johnston County, Lenoir,
Oh,
and they
nice.
bring kids here for that production, because really for Eastern North Carolina, we're unique in that
Right.
where we are sitting, there's really not anyone around like us. I mean, you'd go to Wilmington for Thalian Hall, and of course
Right.
it's larger, but they do very much like we do in that we work with our local groups, but we also bring a performing arts series. So it's just wonderful that we're able to reach out to other segments.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, we want to share our Paramount Theater. We
Yes.
want others to come and see and
Absolutely.
enjoy and participate and see what all we have to offer. So my goodness, what a lot of opportunities the month of December has.
It is, and I have one more. Actually, one of a favorite movies. We started with our holiday and classic movies. We started several years ago, and we have about 6 movies now. And folks just love that. I mean, it's a cheap way to go out and do something with your family
is.
and just get a different vibe or environment with the theater. But one of the favorites that's coming up is the Christmas movie that's just a favorite for everyone, but it's on December the 22nd. And we're looking forward to it because it is actually one of my favorites as well. And probably one of yours, but It's a Wonderful Life is coming up on the 22nd,
gracious,
and
yes.
it is, I wanted to make sure my timing because it's a little different from our other performances, but it's 7.
7 o'clock.
7 p.m. Free for children 12 and under, $5 for adults or over
Oh,
12.
nice.
So it's just a good thing to go out and do. It's usually one of our best. We've had It's a Wonderful Life before, and it was our best seller for our movies. And it's
December 22nd?
December 22nd.
7 o'clock p.m. Do you know what night of the week that is?
It's on a Monday night.
Monday night. All
It's
right.
also the first night that all the kids are out of school.
Okay.
So,
Something
they've
to
been
do.
in all day.
$5.
And something to go out and do that night.
That's
to
right. And children
entertain
12 and under,
are free.
free. Oh my goodness, you can't beat that.
It is the only time that we allow popcorn and
I
drinks.
know, I brag on that all the time.
Yeah, I've seen you enjoying some of those treats,
Oh
yes.
yeah, oh absolutely.
So we're looking forward to that too. So again,
Wow.
the first 3 weekends are packed with performances, and then that Monday before Christmas is It's a Wonderful Life movie.
Perfect.
So lots of things to do with Paramount in the month of December.
So GoldsboroParamount.com. That's your website. You can go and get your tickets there, or you can call the theater.
That's right.
And get them that way as
which
well.
Which is 583-8432.
That's right. All of it is on the screen right now. Get your pen and paper and write those numbers and websites down. We'd love to have you go and get this information and pick and choose what you'd like to enjoy through the holidays. Thank you, Sherry, so
Thank
much
you.
for doing a great job, as always, giving us lots to choose from.
Thank you.
And that's what's happening at Goldsboro Paramount.
And we're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Good
Yes,
stuff.
we are.
All right.
Very good stuff.
Birthdays today include Peter Cook. Peter Cook is an actor.
Yes, he is.
Beyond the Fringe, Monty Python and all that stuff. Bedazzled, Monte Carlo, Bedazzled. He passed away some years ago. Gordon Lightfoot having a birthday today.
Who's Gordon Lightfoot? Sorry.
You ever heard the song Sundown, or If You Could Read My Mind, or Carefree Highway, or
Maybe.
the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald?
Not thinking
No,
so.
okay, all right. Anyway, he wrote Early Morning Rain, Ribbon of Darkness. He's a singer. Gordon
Okay.
Lightfoot, he's a Canadian, born this day, 1938. Lauren Hutton, the
Yes,
actress, lovely
absolutely.
lady, very pretty. She's born this day, 1943. Danny DeVito, a
Yeah.
funny guy, really funny. He's done everything. Of course, well, anyway, I won't even go there.
Movie
He's-
after movie, and of course started out in Taxi, but movie after
Yes.
movie after movie.
known for Taxi and so many movies like Twins and so many others. But he
Right.
and Lorne Michaels of Saturday Night Live were born the same day, 1944. Yolanda King, actress, Ghost of Mississippi, The Secret Path, daughter of Martin Luther King. She died some years ago. She's born this day, 1955. Mary Elizabeth Mary Elizabeth was born this day. Master Antonio. Born this day, she, The Color of Money, The Abyss, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Class Action, born this day, 1958. William Moses, Falcon Crest, Mystic Pizza, Trial by Jury, born in 1959. Eric Olson, 62, and born in 62. And Daisy Fuentes, born this day in 1966.
Well, happy birthday to all of them, and to you if it's your special day.
Yes!
Happy.
Happy. The origami, or is that origami?
I think it's origami.
Okay, origami. Teacher had to change the day of the origami class. The origami class offered at the Senior Center will now be held on November the 21 at 10:30 in the a.m.
All right.
Origami.
Speaking of classes that are being offered at Goldsboro Parks and Recreation in their leisure center and in the auditorium, they have all kinds of things happening. For example, today, this morning at 9 o'clock and at 10:15, they're offering yoga.
Really?
Yes, and at 11, a painting class. Also bridge at 11.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Line dancing at 1, wood carving at 3:45, and dominoes also at 3:45. That's just today.
Whoa, what
So
busy.
if you want to see the calendar of all these different things that are offered at the Arts Council, I mean not the Arts Council, Goldsboro Parks and Recreation.
Yes.
You can go to goldsboroparksandrecreation.com or just go to the city's website and look under departments for Goldsboro Parks and Recreation. They have 3 or 4 different calendars listed because they have so much offered.
Yeah.
You can find out what's happening, and most of it is free.
Wow. You know,
Lots to
they sure do a great
at the
job.
senior house and at Goldsboro Parks and Recreation.
You know,
so visit that website.
We talk a lot about the senior center, which is just great, and the County of Wayne is so proud of our senior center, but there's also the city's senior house.
Senior house. It's a much smaller environment. It's more of a home type feel. They have a lot of these activities happening there, from bridge to dominoes, holiday parties, just get-togethers. They just have a really good time. It's just a smaller, more homey environment.
That's right. Homey.
Homey.
That's right. Wednesday, the University of Mount Olive, umo.edu,
Yes.
going to have a big old blood drive that begins at 10:30 that morning at the University of Mount Olive at the Pope Wellness Center. 10:30, a blood drive. And then on the 21st, 2 days later, Goldsboro High School having a big old blood drive that starts at 8 in the a.m.
All right.
All right.
At the Cliffs of the New State Park, Saturday, November the 29th, the Turkey Trail Run, a 5K.
Really?
That's right. Saturday, November the 29th. It's starting at 9:30 a.m. It'll be over about 12. It's $5 donation to the Friends of the Cliffs of the Noose organization. You can find out more about that by visiting their website. But that's a turkey trail happening at the Cliffs of the Noose.
Really? That sounds like fun. Yeah. Okay. Today, the 17th.
Yes.
All right. Bingo Fun Day. It was a couple of days ago. Never mind. Also today, or sometime next week, or how about this one? Brenda McNair hoping to start a widows support group at the Peggy Seeger Senior Center. Yeah, if you're interested in joining, call at 919-731-1591. Startup will be on December 5th, 5 to 6 p.m., a widows support group.
Very good.
That's going to do it, right?
I believe that wraps us up for today. As they can hear, there are lots of things happening through November and December right here in our community.
That is a wrap. We're going to do this again tomorrow. Be right here at this time. We'll bring you more of whatever this is. Until tomorrow on Wayne Goldsboro Television, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.